The First Amendment is not about a mob storming a church. It's the exact opposite. It's about protecting that church from a mob. The other big news this week was the ongoing insurrection in Minnesota. And it began with an attempt on the life of an ICE officer where a woman, according to video, tried to run him down, or was willing to run him down in the least, and he shot and killed her to defend himself. And the response to that from the left is typical. The communists look for opportunities to bring anarchy and disrupt our system of government and disrupt our civilization and our society. And that's literally what they're doing in Minnesota. So they've took that woman's death, they've escalated it in a way to target ICE and to justify the murder of ICE agents, encouraging and inciting violence against them. The mayor of Minneapolis, Mayor Frey, F-R-E-Y, and Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, are, in my view, in insurrection. ICE agents are under the gun. I mean, you have politicians, Democrat politicians for the most part. If there are any Republicans, please point them out to me saying these things, but suggesting ICE agents should be shot. You have a Democratic senator suggesting that ICE agents are the Gestapo. When you call ICE agents the Gestapo, as they simply try to enforce basic immigration law, you're inciting violence and justifying violence against them. And of course, it's not just about targeting ICE, because these are the communists. The targets are basically just come with opportunity. So if the opportunity is to target ICE, that's who they'll target. But it's all part of the plan to target all opponents to their agenda. And who is an opponent to their agenda, typically for the communists? The church. And that's why you had the communists invade and disrupt and attack a church service earlier this week. And it was aided and abetted, it looks like in concert with the notorious former CNN activist Don Lemon. And here's some video produced by Mr. Lemon highlighting the outrageous nature of what he and his commie allies were up to in disrupting the church.
This is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere, they don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, someone who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
The First Amendment is not about a mob storming a church. It's the exact opposite. It's about protecting that church from a mob. And to the credit of Attorney General Bondi, and the FBI, Secretary Noem, DHS, they arrested 3 of the people, including 2 leaders, involved in the storming of this Christian church. We've got the commies attacking a church, the left media establishment defending it. We have, in my view, a judge in an act of corruption, an abuse of power, a magistrate judge refusing to sign off on the arrest of Don Lemon, who was obviously, this is really strong evidence he was involved and not as a, quote, journalist. Tell it to the jury. So we've got this insurrectionist approach. It's not just limited to politicians. Sometimes the judges, I've highlighted, we can go through hundreds of decisions, literally, that suggest a judicial insurrection. And here we have a magistrate judge, a federal magistrate judge, and people, and the media likes to call him a federal judge. He's not a federal judge, as traditionally understood. He's a magistrate judge. He's a judicial officer. He can put you in jail. He can run sometimes a trial. But he's an employee of the federal court. They're hired. They're lawyers who are hired and help run the court and help run minor matters, can sign off on arrest warrants, as this magistrate refused to protect Don Lemon, a leftist, from being held accountable. But you can be sure that Judicial Watch is very much interested in pursuing this issue, exposing the networks behind this insurrection, exposing the facts of their abuses and their targeting of this church. So we're not going to sit idly by. And we have other investigations going on as it relates to Minnesota as well that we will pursue for whatever, for reasons that are tactical and opportunistic. Never let a crisis go to waste, as has been famously said. The left has used Minnesota to be a place where they will engage in revolutionary activity with the support, as I said, of the national news media and, as I call it, the DC left media complex, the Borg. It's more like a Borg since they all almost march in lockstep. So these are dangerous times for our country, and the rule of law is under attack. And if I were the president, I would invoke the Insurrection Act now in Minnesota. These leftists are going to get more people killed. I mean, that woman who was shot by that ICE agent, her death is on the hands of those inciting that type of activity, obstructing justice, obstructing law enforcement proceedings, or law enforcement operations in this case. And they had another event. I haven't seen too much on the news about it. I've been busy, but they were trying to shut down the airport. So trying to disrupt travel, very dangerous. This is pure communism, what's happening. It's straight out of the Leninist Bolshevik playbooks. I mean, you think we're immune from losing our country to these radicals? We are not. When you have politicians who know better allowing it to take place, we're in a very dangerous spot. And the rule of law is not being enforced as it relates to this specific issue in a dangerous way in Minnesota. And so I would encourage the president to use all of his authorities under the Constitution to restore the rule of law and a Republican form of government to Minnesota immediately. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.